addition of vectors. In this, we're going to discuss two concepts. One is triangle law of addition, one is parallelogram law of addition. First, triangle law of addition. In this, two vectors are represented in magnitude and direction by two sides of triangle taken in same order. This is very important. Then their sum is represented by the third side of triangle but taken in reverse order. For example, if we have two vectors, let's say in this direction A is a vector and in this direction B is a vector. So here these two vectors A and B are represented in magnitude and direction by the two sides of triangle. Let us assume these are the two sides of the triangle and that are in the same order. Like AB and BC are in clockwise direction. Then their sum is represented by the third side in reverse order. This is the C vector in reverse order. Matlab this is in anti-clockwise direction. So here we can write it as C is nothing but A plus B. And C is also called as the resultant of A plus B. So triangle law of addition is nothing but two vectors are represented by the two sides of triangle in same order. Then their sum, which is nothing but the resultant of A plus B, that is C, is represented by the third side of triangle but taken in the reverse order. Next law of addition is parallelogram law of addition. Here also triangle law of addition will come in this concept. Let's see how this triangle law of addition is included or becomes or plays a main role in this parallelogram law of addition. So here, if two vectors are represented in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides of parallelogram, which means these are the two vectors A and B represented as the two adjacent sides of parallelogram. But main thing here is these are the co-initial vectors starting from same initial point, that is A. Then their sum is represented by diagonal of parallelogram, which is co-initial with the given vector. Here, this vector, which is nothing but C, is the sum of A plus B, and this vector is also a co-initial with these two vectors, which means it is also starting from the same initial point, that is A. Why the sum is represented as the diagonal? Because here this is also a B vector because it is parallel to this B vector. Now, this is in the anti-clockwise direction, which means this is a triangle in which two adjacent sides are in the same order. Then their sum, that is C, will be the in reverse order, right? So this is nothing but A plus B. Similarly, if you take the parallel vector of A, which is this, here also B and A are the are represented as the adjacent sides of triangle, which are in same order. Then their sum will be in the reverse order, that is C, which can be written as B plus A or resultant of B plus A. Now we can write this as B plus A is nothing but C, and which can also be written as A plus B. And similarly, this C is called the resultant of A plus B or resultant of B plus A. Properties of vector addition. In this, we're going to see four important properties. First one is vector addition is commutative. This we have already seen in the parallelogram law of addition, that is A plus B and B plus A are equal, which means however you add the vectors, the resultant will be the same. Next, vector addition is associative, which means we can add first two vectors and then add the third vector, or first add 2 and 3 vectors, then to this add the first vector. It remains the same. If you add a null vector to the original vector, you will left over with the original vector itself. We can also write null plus a vector. Next, the last important property here is to get a null vector, what should be added to the a vector? That is minus a, which is called the inverse of this vector. We can also write in this way. For every vector A, there exists an additive inverse, that is minus A. Subtraction of vectors. Just now we have seen how vectors are added. Now we're going to see how vectors can be subtracted. So here, if A and B are the vectors, then the subtraction of B from A is defined as the vector sum of A and minus B. So, which is nothing but these are the two vectors A and B have the same initial point. So, they are called as the co-initial vectors. Now, we need to subtract. So, we need to take a minus B vector. So to take a minus B vector, we're gonna take it like this in the downward direction. So now it became the minus B vector. Now this A vector and minus B vector represent the two adjacent sides of the triangle. So now we can add this vector by using the triangle law of addition. Now this is the vector C. As this A and minus B vectors are in this order, the C will be in the reverse order. So here C becomes A plus minus B. Addition of A and minus B vector, which is nothing but A minus B. So here C is the resultant of A and minus B.